Welcome back, Alaska. Michael Ives here with your special Sunday sports wrap-up, and there was plenty of good interior sports action going on. We'll start at the Big Dipper, where it was retribution time for the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. Still stinging from a 3-2 overtime loss on Friday night, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs hosted the Kenai River Brown Bears for Game 2 of the set, and the Dogs would look to set the tone early. Within minutes of puck drop, it would be Colton Walters setting the aggressive tone for the Ice Dogs as he dusts off the knuckles and gets the crowd on Military Appreciation Weekend roaring behind the home team. The Ice Dogs then get the scoring started with a first period tally by Ross Olson, his second goal as an Ice Dog. The second period would be a home team explosion as Fairbanks notches 5 goals in the period. Kyle Lee stays hot and sneaks one past the Bears keeper to put the Dogs up 2-0 and open the floodgates. Taylor Munson strikes next as he carries the puck into the slot and fires one into the back of the twine. Then back to Lee as he fakes a drop-off pass behind him and beats Chris Oldham glove side before he even knew it had happened. Munson would then get his second goal of the night as he finishes a 2-on-1 break with the keep and the shot that chases Oldham from the game. The Ice Dogs would cruise to a 7-1 win and get some retribution after a tough loss in Game 1. Forward Kyle Lee told News Center 11 what has been working for the Ice Dogs, and Coach Trevor Stewart told us they might still need a little work before playoff time.
Yeah, just changing my speed throughout the neutral zone and offensive zone. Try to get the D to slow up and then try to get a burst of speed past them, and just gotta use your speed when you're a little guy. Just moving the puck, using my teammates as an advantage to move the puck up the ice, and if they have a better scoring opportunity, I feel that they should get that open shot instead of just shooting it and getting it blocked or something.
Just we need to get better. There's certain areas of the game where we still struggle at, and we just need to, work hard and practice and, continue on the right path. So.
Now to the Patty Center Hardwood, where the Nanooks hosted a men's and women's doubleheader last night. The men faced the St. Martin Saints after a tough loss on Thursday to Western Oregon. Against St. Martin's, the Nanook defense would again shine as they hold the Saints to only 46 points on the evening, including a stout first half that left a 30-15 halftime advantage for Alaska. Senior Stefan Tietze led all Nanook scorers with 12 points as they spread the ball throughout the roster to a tune of 66 on the night. This win puts the Nanooks into the GNAC postseason play for the second straight year and sets up a showdown with the UAAC Wolves this Thursday at the Patty Center. Winner of that rivalry game clinches third place in the conference.
Our guys were determined from the get-go, especially defensively. We've got a couple good defenses. We've been playing man and zone, and tonight we relied on the zone and really took them out of their game. They had a little run at the second half. They had that little run at the start of the second half that they closed the gap. But other than that, I thought we were in control defensively.
Women's hoops took on the Clan from Simon Fraser earlier in the night, and it was senior night for Nanook's Ruth O'Neill and Samantha Thornton. The 13-point effort by Thornton, however, would not be enough, and the Clan sneaks out with a close 69-67 win over the Nanooks. The Clan was led by the GNAC's top scorer, Aaron Chambers, who dropped 22 in the win over Alaska. The Nanooks are now 9-15 on the year and will close out the regular season on the road later this week. Now a short trip from the Hill at UAF down to the gym at West Valley for a rivalry Dog Bowl basketball matchup. With Lathrop holding the #1 spot in the state for 4A teams, it was the Wolfpack who looked to attack and force the issue against the visiting Malamutes. Trevon Brackett stakes his claim to Alaska Hoops Player of the Year awards with another great game. He finished with 18 and helped the Pack play tough defense on the visitors. Terrell Ford would lead all scorers with 21 points for Lathrop, and the game would be hotly contested down the stretch. But it was West Valley making the big plays late and downing Lathrop 64-59. It's the Malamutes' first loss against 4A competition this year. This game was preceded by a girls' matchup that saw West Valley fall to Lathrop 45-42 as they played without star center Ruthie Hebert. Conference tournaments for both boys and girls start soon into March. The 2014 Iron Dogs snowmobile race ended in downtown Fairbanks yesterday. It would be the Wasilla pair of Todd Minnick and Nick Olstad taking the 2014 title. Olstad even fought off a nasty cold and 102-degree body temperature to raise the trophy on the Chena River. After winning in 2009, Minnick and Olstad unseat defending champs Mark McKenna and Dusty Van Meter, the second-place finishers, by 22 minutes into Fairbanks. Third place went to Mike Morgan and Chris Olds, who led early in the race and encountered some engine trouble in the last half of the 2,000-mile journey. The top interior team this year was Tananaw's Arnold Marks Jr. and Archie Agnes, who finished in 6th place overall. The course this year was described as brutal, and it tested all 38 teams throughout. Now, with closing ceremonies tonight, the Sochi Winter Olympic Games officially comes to a close. NBC's Jack Doles sums up the Olympic competition from this year's Games.
It didn't take long for Team USA to begin its golden journey. Sage Kotzenberg grabbed the glory in the first medal event of these games, the snowboard slopestyle.
Dude, that's sick.
The U.S. dominated the so-called X Games sports. Jamie Anderson took the women's slopestyle. 2 medals in women's snowboard half-pipe gold for David Wise and Maddie Bowman on skis, and a 3-way sweep in the men's ski slopestyle.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of emotion there.
Sochi minted new heroes like Michaela Schifrin, the youngest athlete ever to win Alpine gold, but said goodbye to others like Shaun White and Bodie Miller. At times, the competition resembled the postman's creed, with athletes delivering performances in snow, rain, and heat. But the snow held for Julia Mancuso in the Super Combined, Andrew Weibrecht in the Super G, and Ted Ligety in a precise run to giant slalom gold.
It's an awesome feeling.
There were plenty of Sochi problems that became social media punchlines. There was the faulty snowflake, tricky bathroom doors, and water the color of a bronze medal. But one picture posted by silver medalist Gus Kenworthy started an outreach program to adopt some of Sochi's stray dogs.
I just fell in love with them and felt that if I could do anything to help them, I really wanted to try.
So we say goodbye to Rosa Couture and the Coastal Cluster, to hockey heartbreak and ice dancing delight. And we say hello to memories that will have to last 4 more years until the next Winter Games. Jack Doles, NBC News, Sochi.
And that's all the time we have for sports tonight. Thanks for joining me, and remember to be back tomorrow as Joe Cook keeps you up to date on all your interior sports. As always, for more KTVF sports or to chat with us sports folks, you can log on to Twitter, YouTube, webcenter11.com, or download our mobile app. Keep on keeping on, Alaska. Stick around for Mike Schultz and your full weather forecast coming up next.